Ok, test micro, test. Tu me dis si c'est bon, Max?
C'est good.
Okay, hey everyone, good to see you again. Today I'm with Rey'Steal. I'm MrCovin, artistic director of postneo. We're gonna teach you the basics of spins, go over more advanced techniques for older jumpers. So we both dance for more than 10 years. I've been dancing since 2008. Did a lot of training about spinning. Mainly on one side, I still have a lot of troubles with spinning in an other side. So Rey'Steal has different techniques also. He's been dancing for 10 years. Can you present yourself? Just speak a bit louder because the microphone is here.
Hello everyone, I'm Rey'Steal. I dance Jumpstyle since 10 years, more than 10 years, like Kevin. And my style is based on rotation, so I worked on spins for many years. And now I can present you a tutorial to work your spins.
Yes, so if you got any questions during the live, I've got Speeg, Skylerz, ToPa, and some friends, Skylerz Draconix. They are all in the chat. They can just write your question, tell them to me, and we can see together if you have really specific questions. So to start, make some space around you. If you are in your room, if you are outside, just put everything aside. We will take our, just take these things out. We'll start with socks. It's much easier to train. When I was starting, I was in my room, not a lot of space to practice, and I had to start with the easiest thing possible. In dance, there is this really important rule. You have to start with the simple things and then go over more advanced techniques. So, just to recap, what is a spin? Ray, can you show me something like a short...
Simple spin, like a start when you begin your clip in Jumpstyle, spin like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 turns before kicking or before rotating, and then start your clips. So we're gonna show you how to begin, how to feel good before do your spins. So personally, I jump a little bit, I feel light, I don't think too much. You don't have to think, you just move from the right, from the left.
So he's just moving a bit in the space. I'm just saying the things again because we have only one microphone. So he's taking the space, just feeling the ground. We are training at home, so it's much easier. Feeling the ground, jumping a bit.
Jumping a little bit.
Yeah.
Like always when you begin to start, like this, just feel light and then up you go.
So the basics of spinning is, I got a question? No, fine. Okay, if you got some questions, just ask them in the chat. So the basics is turning. We have to decide if we are turning from right to left, from left to right. So it depends mainly on you. If you are right or left-handed, I know that I prefer to turn from right to left. It's much easier for me. So you have to first decide on which side to turn. For example, Rey'Steal, which side are you using?
My first was from left to right. And maybe 10 years ago I was working for both sides, and you have to find if you will spin on this part of your foot or this part of your foot. You have to search, practice spins.
Okay, just I'm gonna make a little break. Can you hear us good? There is some technical problem. Okay, so it looks like we have a little latency. We are gonna just wait a sec. Okay, so tell us if you see any problems. Just write down in the chat. Is the audio fine? Speeg, looks like everything is good for you. Yes. Tout est bon pour toi? Okay. So, we were saying everything is about finding if you're turning right or left. So again, Rey'Steal, show us.
So you have to practice many spins.
So many
from
spins.
Left to right, from right to left, on this part of your foot, on this part of your foot. Find your balance, find your arm position, your body position, and then you can work.
So, as he said, we have to look for the right direction. This is something that you feel. About the posture, we'll go over different techniques that we have. We have different techniques to do spins. So I will go over mine, over Rey'Steal techniques, and some ballet that I've learned with lahorde. Okay, nice. So it looks like it's better. Just tell me if you have some problems with the audio. We had a little problem. So, for spinning, there are many techniques. You can put your foot front. You can put your foot back to your knee. You see? Up, up. So different techniques. Your arms, they can go like this, like this, like this. So many possibilities. For my style, I know that I'm spinning always pretty much like this, meaning that left foot in front of right foot. And I'm trying to push myself like in ballet, high. Why? Because when you're straight, your gravity point is moving up. So it's much easier to spin. And for my arms, I try to put them on my chest. Not here, not at the same level of your shoulders because it's not really working. Not too low because it's not really good to see. Not really, it doesn't have a good aesthetic. But just low, like here, your chest, just at the same level. And try to do a line. So, to recap, together, you can do it. So, my posture is this one. So, just to show you, up. Rey'Steal, can you show us your posture?
My posture is like this.
So in the back.
And then you can see my foot is blocked here. I cannot. So.
Je vais juste le répéter peut-être un coup. So just to repeat because we got only one mic. So for Rey'Steal, he is going back.
Like this.
Again, yeah, exactly.
Look on the back.
So my technique, I'm going to show you. First, go straight in front of the camera, of the live. Put your arms like Jesus. You're Jesus and you're about to die. And close your arms. Great. Now, take one leg, put it as you want. Front, back, or back to your knee, depends. So, from the beginning, here, up, close, behind, for me, or front, depends, I prefer to go front. And from this position, just relax and try to open and close, okay? Once you got your position, go in a neutral position, and now we will work on the turn because we got the position to turn. It's this one, okay? Now we have to get impulsion, and Rey'Steal has a really great technique about closing arms, about getting tensed in the body. There is a special energy to get. Can you describe your technique? I will just say it again so we can hear it clear.
So the technique to have more speed and to do a longer spin is that when you go to your spin, when you jump for your spin, you have to not put your arms like this. You first put your arms far from you, like this.
Okay, so this is just to repeat it. It's when you want to turn, there is this thing like you have to let your arms go wide a bit to start slower, and then
when you do the spin, you're like this, and during the spin,
so you have to close your arms slowly.
And you will will feel that when you do that during the spin, you will win more and more and more and more speed. It will be hard, but if you work it,
great.
you can have. But it's really, really hard.
This is really hard to get, and the objective of this position is that through spinning you encounter the air resistance. Like if I spin like this, up, I'm going too fast. If I try to spin like this, I will encounter the resistance of the air. But if I'm trying to spin with wide arms, then close slowly, I put the resistance of the air slowly down. So just to show you, I'm not super good with this technique, but I think Rey'Steal will be better. So, okay, one more. Okay.
Begin here, and when you jump for your spin, then slowly and slowly.
Okay. Show us, Ray.
You have to find first your spin. When you have it, you can go like this, and then.
Yeah.
Woo.
So first, when you're going to practice, it's going to be difficult because when doing it with socks, it sucks. It's difficult to get balance because it's a bit slippery. But this is the best way to do it fast without having tons of problems. Like dancing on a shitty ground outside is really hard, especially for your shoes, because you're destroying your shoes. You can't spin that much, like 2 or 3 turns maximum. So practice at home. I had a little thing in mind. How do you use impulsion, Ray? Like, do you go from down to up to down, or you stay at the same level?
You have to be a little bit from down. You have to not be straight like this.
So don't be too straight.
Feel this beat. Maybe from the back feels better. I'm a little bit like this, and then I don't know if it's really.
So essentially, we are going a bit down, just on our knees. This is not going like this, and just a bit to get this ability to jump and move in the space and be really on the ground. And when we are spinning, we're going up, we're pushing. It's like if you ever did ballet, during ballet classes, you have to always be really like stretched. It's the same thing, it's the same technique. This is the best one to spin, is to be stretched. So first we start a bit more on the ground, and when we push, we can spin. So this is all about stretching, but what about the body? Do you get tensed? Are you tensed when you're dancing?
It depends.
It depends, yeah?
It depends a lot. I don't know how to explain that, but it's feeling you have to.
It's a special feeling. It's like
I don't know how to explain that.
Maybe I have it. Maybe I have it. Like when I am spinning, I don't get too tensed. I'm not like hop, because when you're first doing your spins, it's going to happen for you. You're going to be like, I'm going super fast. No, I'm going to be really relaxed. And the most important part of your body that needs to be tense is your abs. In pretty much every dances, abs are the core, the foundation of your dance, because it allows your body to stay in place, but also to really, how to say it, get fluid movement. Like if I want to move only the upper body, I can, okay? If I want to dance but I don't have good abs locking ability, I will be like, you know, not into the energy. So just use your abs, try to put your abs really tensed, stretch yourself, and then spin. So it's like, I'm gonna show you just a little one, not so fast. So get in position, remember, arms, close, put in front. Okay? Again. Up, close, front, and now your abs. Try to put your abs in, like someone is grabbing something from your abs and you're like, and then stretch a bit, you see? There is like a little jump. Okay. Again, and we will add the rotation. So, arms, close, next to your chest, not too much. Front, stretch abs, and now try to turn with little jumps, like this. That was one of the exercises that I was doing at home. So jump, jump, and try to stay straight every time. It's really hard. Fix a point. For example, I'm looking at Speeg. Hello. And I will try to get the same level every time. I'm looking at him in the eyes, and I will be like, okay, okay, up, same level again. Okay. Again. Here. Arms, close, front, up and chest, and abs, and jump. And you see, I can do it like, I can do 3 turns more. So this is one way to feel in your body the correct posture. This is my technique, of course, but if Ray got other technique, he can maybe present them.
Special technique to present, but I can tell you the mistakes to not do when you spin. For example, the foot position when you go in the spin. Some people think they have to go on one foot. They choose this foot or this foot, but you have to do something like foot A, foot B. And when you will go to the spin, watch my foot. I go there. I go between the foot. So I don't push myself on the right or the left. I go in the center. I don't know if you. I'm
going to repeat every instruction because
you can
it's
explain with more details.
So this is basically like just going to take the space. One of the technique of Rey'Steal, it's something that he sees often, is like people try to jump by pushing to one side, and that makes people fall on the right, on the left, and they spin and they go like, oh, bam. Okay, this is a common mistake. I have a question from Speeg.
Yes, Yalzer asked to us if it's possible to show us the Zarda spin, you know, with head rotation.
Ah, great question. Yeah, hi bro, nice to see you in the chat. So just a question from Yalzer. I'm going to answer it in a second. Just to finish, so when you're spinning, don't try to push yourself right or left. This is all about going from down to up and stretch and maintain this position, maintain the stretch. So the question from Yalzer, this spin from Xardas from Poland, you remember it? It's all about watching a position, and every time you spin, you watch again the same position. Yes, exactly. This is called spotting in classical ballet. Spotting is a really difficult technique to get, but I have a really strong exercise to practice it. I was really not good at spotting, and we had to do it during trainings of lahorde. So just a short exercise. We will do it with Ray. I'm going to show him. So get in front of your camera or your phone or as you want. I'm going to show you. This is an 8 count exercise. So I'm going to look straight. I'm looking at the camera because I'm directly talking to you, but look straight, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. So I'm using quarters. I'm using 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3, and 4, going back to the position. So this is also about getting a relaxed body but engaged. This is a bit difficult to understand, but your abs again have to be really tensed, and your body doesn't have to be like a robot, but relaxed but controlled. So again, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay. I'm going to do it again, so we'll do it together. It has to be really sharp, just to show you the correct energy. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay. Try to do it. Get ready. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. The guys are doing it also in the backstage. Great. Okay. One question, yeah?
One question from VGK96.
Yeah.
He told us, I seem to have a lot of friction when trying to spin. I can't even go past one spin.
Okay.
I am missing.
So he's asking that he's encountering a lot of friction on the ground and he is not able to do more than one turn.
Il parlait de la sensation de tourner, c'est ça?
Pas exactement. I'm going just to say it in French. Non, il parlait du fait qu'il a de la friction quand il tourne et qu'il n'arrive pas à faire plus d'un tour.
Comment ça, la friction?
C'est-à-dire au sol, tu vois, quand il tourne, et ben en fait le sol l'arrête en fait par frottement.
Oui, okay.
Okay, so we'll try to answer your question. Rey'Steal, if you got something in mind, just tell me.
First thing I
Try to talk directly to the microphone, which is here.
First thing, I think it's first because maybe your shoes, the floor. You have to buy shoes without anything on the.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. Maybe these shoes, you see, it's almost flat. It's almost flat. It's really good for spinning. I'll always use it for shows, for competitions. So try to look first for your shoes. This is really important because when you see dancers in ballet, when they are dancing, they're using clean ground with super flat shoes. So shoes, yeah?
Shoes, the floor, and after you have to work your spin. Even if you're afraid of falling, you have to anyway
try to do it.
Yes, try to do it. Don't be afraid. Do spins and spins again with many intensity in your spins, and you will
eventually get past the friction and get past also the fear of falling on the ground.
Yeah.
This is like super important. When I will do my hairspin class, I will talk about it. It's all about breaking the fear of going on the ground. One more question?
Yes, from Jeff. He has two questions. Should your technique be the same when you try spinning in the other direction? And the other is for if your technique is exactly the same for air spins.
Okay. So first, the question first, should you use the same technique if you're spinning right and left, if this is the correct question? I don't have the answer of this question yet because I've been spinning from right to left for like 12 years and I never really tried to spin in the other direction. I think you can use the same technique. This is really about you, how you feel with your body, and this is like Ray was telling me some days ago, it's all about practicing every day. Like when you're cooking or brushing your teeth, try to do some spins and your body will memorize everything. Second question for air spins. This is something different. This is not really spins like on the ground, but it's more about like air spin. Air spinning is really difficult because as you see, like you have to be straight and at the same time when you're landing you have to be like aware of your environment. So there are some techniques in air spin that are the same, like you have to stretch. Like for example, this one was a good one, it was straight. You have to always try to stretch, but it's not exactly the same posture. Like everything in the start of the spin is different. Like when I'm spinning on the ground, up, Oh, I'm losing the microphone. When I'm spinning, I will try to go down and up and close, while when I'm doing Airspins, it's not exactly the same. Like, I'm going to be more relaxed, go a bit more down, depends on you, and try to be super straight, but also jump as high as possible. You see, the jump is a bit different. It's difficult to explain, but for me, this is not the same technique. Maybe for you, it's kind of the same, but we will see it in another live class. I just want to go forward in the live because otherwise we won't be able to answer all your questions. Ray, show us show us some spins that you're doing usually.
For example, to answer to the question of 2 questions ago, there was a question for both sides.
But there was a question about both sides.
For example, for me, my spin from left to right is on this part of my foot, and the other side, I do spin on the heel. Ew.
Okay, so just
like
to recap.
Like that.
Just to recap, from left to right, what are you using as a which?
This position.
So he's using from left to right. He's just going back,
Like this.
going back. Show it, yeah.
And the other side, I go like this.
And from
like, Oxygen, the French jumper, was using this position on the heel.
from right to left, he's
So
using
that's
another
really,
technique.
Really hard. It's another technique. You are more fast, but the balance is really hard to.
So this is another technique which is a bit harder to see. I'm just going to check something. Yeah. Some questions that I've gathered on the internet, some techniques as well. Blah 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 blah. Yes, a really important one. What about breathing? I had this question during a workshop. What about breathing? When you are doing spins, the biggest part in dance in general is breathing, but it's even more true during spins, because if you hold your breath, you're going to be so tense, it's going to be crazy, and you won't be able to hold your line up and down. You're not going to be stretched. So there is this little technique that I'm using before every spin. It's like 1 or 2 like big breathing. Try to clean your breath. Go put your air out and be like. It will relax, especially your shoulders, your arms, everything. And then, when you're ready, take a big inspiration. Take a big breath and you will be able to turn. You can go also slower by breathing. Like when I'm doing the show To the Bone with lahorde, there is one moment in the show where I have to do all my tricks in slow motion. And same for spins, I have to do them really slow, and breathing helps a lot to get really strong body and straight posture. So I'm going to show you. This is more like up, and you can do more like. It's all about breathing. I'm always okay. So there was this question that I had from someone. I have a good one. Like someone asked me on Instagram, how do you get past the sensation of falling, of feeling a bit dizzy by turning? Like, remember first time you were spinning or doing jump style tricks, when you were doing your rotation, you were a bit like, whoa, it's really strange for my balance. So there is, I was talking with Ray about it. There is no real answer to this problem. It's all about practicing again and again and again.
It's like doing jump style basics. When you learn the jump style basics for your first training, you was like that. It was strange, and now That's easy. That's
natural,
automatic from your body. And the spins and the feeling in the spins, it's the same. You have to work, do spins and spins again and again, and then you will feel okay during the turns.
Okay, so yeah, this is what I was saying. Pretty much, you have to practice it again and again and again. And I know that sometimes when I'm doing 5-6 turns during my trainings, I don't feel dizzy, and I can do it again and again and again. Just to check, it's been 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes already. Do we have a specific question in the chat?
Yes. I don't know if you answered this question before. But, which shoes you can use for? Which shoes are the best for spinning?
It's about shoes. About shoes, as I was saying, and that I'm using some running shoes from Nike. These are the best for me. Why? Because they are protecting from shocks on the ground. They are not holding that much your foot, but they provide good support in general, like good resistance to the ground, not too much, not too low. So it depends really also on the dancer. Rey'Steal is dancing with something different. Tu veux aller chercher tes chaussures peut-être pour montrer?
Really light shoes, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, he's going to take his shoes to show you. And so right now, as I said, we are training with socks. So don't hesitate to practice a lot with socks. This is going to help you build your technique. And once you get something...
My old shoes were dash shoes. Everybody knows that kind of shoes, I think. With anything here, really clean. And the same here. Really anything you can spin in the way you want.
Je peux prendre?
And that's really light.
So you see, this is the same kind of shoes. These are running shoes, really good one. They are really lightweight comparing to the size. And second one is soccer foot, soccer shoe used during indoor match. We use it a lot in France. Jumpers in Poland, I think, are using it a lot with different colors, red, yellow. It's a bit more expensive from my perspective, but really good ones. They are lightweight as well. So just try, you can try different pair of shoes and make your choice based on your experience. Hop, vas-y. Ouais. One more question.
Is it better to spin in shoes or in socks?
In shoes. Like, just to clarify, it's better to train your spins with socks, because you're going to get comfortable, to build your technique. Everything will be much easier, and once you get this technique really good, go out, practice in shoes on different grounds, like easy ground or on really strong on concrete. That's what I was doing, and it will be difficult, of course, because you get used to train with socks, but it will be much easier. Like if I take my shoes and I use them, I'm going to show you the difference. There is this rule in everything that you're doing in dance. As I said at the beginning of the live, start with something simple and go with something more difficult. So just to spin, you will see, of course, I will not do like 10,000 rotations, but I have now a strong technique with this. So just attention, ouais. Okay. So again, I can spin with shoes. Of course, you won't be able to do like 5-6 turns because you're not using socks. And as I said, ballet dancers are using specific grounds with specific shoes for this. But it's not impossible. The best way to do it, this is another question that I had. Using your shoe, the best part to spin is this one. You want the interior part, like from top to the middle part. I would say the best part is here. So you see the interior of your shoe, of your foot. This is the best part. Tu es d'accord avec moi?
Oui, j'étais en train de montrer un peu, je mettais mon pied comme ça.
So looks like Rey'Steal agrees with me. Another question?
Another question from Linda.
Linda, okay.
My friend is...
Do you breathe out during the spin?
No, I'm not breathing out during spins.
Me, I don't know.
And for Ray, you can see it? Yeah.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I really don't know.
He doesn't know.
That's a good question.
Depends, really. Depends on the persons. I know that I'm a really tensed person by nature, so I know it, I feel it, and based on that, I know that it's better for me to breathe out on the first trick. So for example, I'm going to be relaxed, breathe, and spin, blah 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 blah. And during the first trick, which is a kick, for example, I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to be really to let the stress out and to relax a bit your body. So turning, and on the first trick that I'm doing, I'm directly giving more oxygen to my body. It's like I'm always trying to recycle the air in my body. That's why I can dance like hours and hours a day without problem. Ça.
Tu n'expires pas quand tu tournes.
Ouais, j'expire pas, ouais.
Ouais, ok, c'est ça. Ouais.
C'est ça pour toi aussi?
Tiens, et à la fin quand tu kicks. C'est ça, ouais.
So Rey'Steal is doing the same apparently. Another question from Speeg?
Yes,
Yeah.
from
Evan.
How important is the movement of your head on the spin?
Aha. To be honest, I was meeting the National Ballet of Marseille, which is led by Horde. I met the dancers there, and they were really surprised that we are not spotting every time we are turning. We are not spotting. It's like we just throw our body and we just spin. And sometimes we get in the good direction and sometimes we get in the wrong one. So it depends really on what you want to achieve. If you want to do only spins without spotting every time, this is totally good. This is unique in Jumpstyle and kind of unique in dance also, because this is not natural. Like if you take flamenco classes, locking, everything, everyone is telling you spot, bam, 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 get clear directions, but that's not what we are doing in Jumpstyle. I can't really answer this question. This is all about yourself. If you feel good doing it without watching every time a point, this is not wrong. This is how we do it in Jumpstyle. But if you want to increase your potential in dance, especially during competitions, spot, and it will be much easier to get clear angles, especially when you're stressed. Another question? No, it's fine.
Yes, from Nico, sorry. Is it possible to instead hook your foot behind your knee when spinning?
Ah, like this, right?
Yes.
Ouais, le spin derrière le genou.
It's another technique, it's different.
It's another technique. Maybe Ray, you know how to do it? You can show it?
The technique is you're on this position.
You are on this position,
left,
yeah.
Leg in front.
Right leg in front and left behind.
Tirer sur cette jambe là. You start like a rotation, like you will, or like one turn rotation.
I'm going to explain.
But your legs will go back and then go back. So that's another type of.
This is like another type of movement in un élan.
Ouais.
It is another way of spinning, meaning in the start. This is not the same way. Like I'm going to explain because I get what he wants to say. When you're spinning normally like this, okay? But when you're spinning like, when you're spinning front or back, you go up and try to stretch. But if you're spinning behind your knee, there is this technique that we see often. It's like people combine it with a wheel. The wheel is this one, this move, you know? It's like a turn with your leg. People are doing up and they're turning. Sometimes people are doing this. To me, this is the wrong way to do it. The best way to do it is what Ray was explaining at the beginning. It's, you remember when people are spinning, they try to push in a direction. This is kind of the same technique here, but you have to instead push up. So I'm going to show you. Just use your right. Non.
Dis-lui que l'élan de ses bras quand c'est mal dans ce spin là, c'est sa jambe qui donne l'élan.
Ouais, c'est la jambe. Bah, c'est ce que c'est ça.
C'est celle des jambes.
Ok.
Celle-là c'est de la jambe quoi.
Okay, so this is kind of the same that I was explaining. This is like take one leg as a support leg, the one that is going to stay in the ground. For example, for me it will be the right one. And take the second one as the leg acting. And from this position, go down a bit. Your hand again. Try to rotate. I will rotate out and push. And try to reach your knee. So again, like start like this, open. This is my support leg. This is the leg acting. Try to put your arms and turn to the exterior and try to go down, push, and join your leg to your knee. Just to show you in real time. Okay, so this is a really difficult one to do. The technique here about starting is different. It's kind of different because you're going to put your leg behind your knee, which is a bit difficult for your balance. You're not really stabilized. It demands more energy to hold it. For me, I don't know about Ray. And if you're going front or back, it's much easier because your legs are straight.
There is a technique, if you want to learn it easier, you can do 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 rotations before putting your position. So it will be like this, 1, 2, 3.
Ah, nice.
I learned that with this technique and yes, I can do like 3, maybe 4 turns sometimes.
Okay, vas-y. So this, just to recap, because of the microphone, there is a way to do it also with a different way of starting, which is do rotation and repeat them until you get comfortable and directly transition to the spin. So Ray, show it. 1, 2,
3,
and turn.
repeat.
Again, 1,
1,
and turn. Can you 1, 2, 3, 4, as many rotations as you want. Quoi d'autre? Je sais pas. Do you have other questions? No? Okay. One last thing, I know that it's a bit long, it's 50 minutes already. I told that it would be 30 minutes. One last thing about going from no movement to full energy. Use your hips. Your hips are the core of your body with your abs. Try to make them work. Don't be stiff. Don't be like robots. It's like the way to not be a robot in dance is breathing. Breathing and abs. So if I had to show you from the beginning the last tip to recap everything, go in a relaxed position. Okay, your arms close and go front or back as you want. For me, it's going to be front. So again, up, up, push your abs And now again, up, 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 up. Once you memorize this, now the final exercise, the final way to do spins, the most important. I'm going to select one leg, right for me, to support my body, left to act, right. I go down a bit, okay, turn. So for me this is going from, I'm going to turn to my right, but then when I'm spinning I'm going to turn right to left, okay. This is like in French a toupee. It's like a storm, like something turning. Spinning is all about closing your arms, so I'm going to be open first, and then remember the position that we trained here. We're going to do it here and hop, again here and hop, and try to Ray, do it with me. Here and hop, yes, and hop, and slowly you will see the spin coming.
Remember your foot not on the left, on the right foot, between.
Remember to not go too much right, too much left, but it has to be join your legs and go up. One question?
Yes, from a friend, is it possible to do a spin on two legs with your two foot?
Yes, it's possible to do a spin on two legs. It's totally possible. You see many people doing it in hip hop. It can be like, I don't know, something like this, or like a bit like ballet. I don't know. Yeah, using your 2 feet is totally possible. This is not really looking that good, I think personally, in Jumpstyle, but it's totally possible.
If you want.
If you want, it's up to you. Yeah.
ToPa me dit Réa pour technique de revenir ses deux pieds au centre lorsqu'il lance son spin.
Ouais.
Est-ce que c'est possible de bien re-expliquer?
So it looks like something wasn't clear. This is the first time we're explaining spins in live, so it's a bit tricky.
Tu pourras en plus mettre des mots là-dessus, ouais, que j'ai. Moi, pour
Okay,
explain,
wait a sec.
I use that you have 3 points. Foot A, foot B, and here it will be my foot C.
Okay, so
A, B,
your
C.
Attends, parce qu'il faut que je le redise à chaque fois. So your spins is separated into 3 parts. One leg which is moving, one leg which is supporting, as I told you, and the third part is the join. The join, like when your legs are joined. Vas-y, montre les positions. See, hop. So again, hop. Again, hop. Again, hop, hop, up. So this is all about joining your legs. I don't know if it's clear. It's really hard to explain, especially when you're not in front of me trying to dance. I hope it will be more clear next time. So, yes, Speeg, it looks like we have another question.
It's more a request from Nico. Will you do informational videos about like different styles of jumping and all that?
Oh yeah, sure. We're going to do videos about different styles of in Jumpstyle. What are the influences, like in different regions in the world, like in Poland, in Ukraine, in France, in Russia, in Mexico, in Indonesia. We can see different styles, and you can define pretty much all the time who is from this country, from another one. Yeah, we'll do more informational videos. There is one ready for next week. I hope I will release it fast enough. Normally it will be next week. You will see it on YouTube. It is discussing the link between hip-hop and Jumpstyle, some inspirations, etc. What are the problems using hip-hop and Jumpstyle together. Yeah. So about the spins, that was it, pretty much. We are a bit running out of time right now. we're going to cut off the live from here. We're going also to do more of these classes, spins, hair spins, advanced tricks like going from like jumping over your leg, like grabbing, trying to do more advanced tricks, up, many things. It's a lot of challenge for us, especially that we have only one microphone, so we have to think about everything. I hope it was useful for you. If you have any questions, please write them on Instagram, Facebook. We are all the time on the social network, so we're going to answer really fast. Thanks to you. Thanks also to Speeg, to Skylerz, to Ray for coming. This is the first live Jumpstyle class that we did. So have a good day. And train a lot, have a good training, see you soon, Skylerz. We can put the live off. See you soon.